Hello everyone, I am the Hood Prophetess, aka the Gifted Odon, and welcome to my channel. Today we are doing another unsolved mystery and disappearance case, and this one is going to be about Brandon Swanson. He has been missing since 2008, and this is a very odd case that makes me kind of question everything. And I just want to know, there's so many conspiracies and theories that of what happened to him. I want to see if I can pick up anything from my spirits, and I have an interest in this, and I want to know. I want to see if I can get any type of information, and that's what we're going to be doing on today. He was born on January 30th, 1989, making him an Aquarius, in Marshall, Minnesota. Brandon Swanson was a 19-year-old college student who was enrolled in a wind turbine program at Minnesota West Community College. So let's go ahead and take a look at the night of the incident. The spring semester had just come to an end on the night of May 13, 2008. Swanson attended two different parties to celebrate. He was seen drinking at both parties, but according to his friends, he didn't drink enough to become overly intoxicated. The route Brandon drove from the gathering in Canby to Marshall was familiar to him. It was the same route along Minnesota Highway 68 that he had taken every day to attend his classes. But for some reason, Brandon avoided the highway and took the back roads. When he reached the 3900 block of Lyon Lincoln Road, Brandon suddenly swerved off the road and into a ditch. At around 2 a.m. in the morning of May 14th, Swanson called his parents from his cell phone, informing them that he had essentially high-centered the vehicle, that the vehicle was stuck in this ditch. He assured them both that he and the car were fine and that he merely needed to be picked up. He told his parents that he believed himself to be near the city of Lind, and that the lights he spotted off in the distance were coming from there. So they drove out there looking for him. Both Swanson and his parents had agreed to flash their headlights on and off in order to signal to each other. However, after several failed attempts at locating Swanson using this method, tensions began to rise. "Don't you see me?" He asked his parents, exasperated. Let's talk about his last call. Finally, Swanson decided on a different course of action. He started walking through the field in the direction of the lights and asked his parents to meet him in the parking lot of a popular nightclub in Lind. Unfortunately, he would never make it there. 47 minutes into the call, they were on the phone for 47 minutes trying to figure out where he was at. 47 minutes into the call, Swanson suddenly exclaimed, "Oh shit." Then there was silence on the other end. The call didn't end at that point though. There was just silence on the other end. Okay, my computer just died. So after that situation though, his parents figured that maybe he dropped his phone or something, and since he's only being guided by the moonlight and there's no real light around him, that maybe they could hang up the phone, call back, and he'll see his phone start to flash and light up, and that will help him be able to find his phone. So they hang up the phone, they tried calling back, and it just kept ringing and then going to voicemail. After about 2 days, his friends and family were calling his phone. It eventually started to go straight to voicemail. Brandon Swanson has never been seen again. There are multiple theories on what happened to him, and we are going to try to pull information to see if we can figure out some type of guidance to what happened to Brandon Swanson the night of May 13th. So usually what I do when I'm doing a disappearance case is I try to look at least 2 weeks to 30 days before their disappearance, just to see if there was anything mentally, spiritually, emotionally going on. So we're just going to look at that really quickly. Okay. What was going on in Brandon Swanson's life 2 weeks prior to his disappearance? How was he doing mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually? Okay. So I'm really getting that he was happy. Everything that he wanted in life, his life was where he wanted it to be. He was extremely happy. I do see a go-getter attitude. I see him being goal-oriented and sticking to his goals. I see him being very happy with friends, family, associates, him just being in a very upbeat and positive mood. He was an upbeat and positive person, and I do see a lot of positive energy just around him. He was vibrating very, very high. He was very happy. I see him being very, very happy, very, very pleased of where he was in his life. There was not really anything. If he did have any issues, they were very minuscule, and he did not, they weren't overbearing for him or overwhelming to the point where he was just very stressed out. He couldn't get support or anything like that. I see him very, very happy, content, and supported at that time in his life. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I just see him very happy, just very uplifted, very happy at that time. Very happy, just a lot of joy, a lot of joy. So now that we just basically got a gist of his mindsets to see that, okay, he didn't try to off himself. I'm not really getting that he was trying to off himself or anything like that, that he was getting tired of his life or anything. School was just kicking his butt, or a woman was kicking his butt. I'm really seeing him very happy with all aspects of his life and being very upbeat, and his emotions being very stable. So that's what I see. So now we're going to ask about, I'm just going to really ask about that night. I need my other deck. I'm going to have to get up and get it. So this deck, it shows a lot of women in it, but we are going to use our thinking caps and our fucking logic, and we're going to take the images to represent Brandon. Okay, so now I just want to know what happened to Brandon that night. What happened to Brandon that night? Okay, so how about I say, so let me ask, I'm gonna ask, how intoxicated was Brandon at the time, just so I can have an idea if that really played a part. So how intoxicated was Brandon? So I have the Judgment card here. So this is letting me know that he was actually pretty alert. But let me clarify. Okay, so I'm seeing that he was very alert. His judgment was pretty good. He was still alert. He wasn't like drunk, over intoxicated and just drunk. I'm getting more that he was sleepy though. He was tired. and he really needed to get rest. He, you know, and the alcohol did kind of make him sleepy, is what I'm getting. So, I do see that he was alert, like his mind was alert. He was aware of things. He wasn't drunk or anything like that, but the fact that he got into that accident, that happened because he was tired. He was physically tired. So he may have kind of dozed off while he was driving, and that's how he ended up swerving. But it was not because of intoxication. It was because he was tired. I don't even think that I'm just getting like barely a buzz. I think by the time he got on the road, he was good. I don't really see that he was just overly drunk. I'm not seeing that at all. I don't feel that. I don't see it. I think that he was okay. I know that's kind of like, well, how do you know, a lot of people will drink and they believe that they're okay and they're not. But like, no, I really don't get that he drunk enough. And I believe that he was cautious cautious when going there, that he was in control, that he knew how much his body could take before he was like doing too much. So yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that he was overly drunk. So now I'm gonna ask, what happened? So what happened when he was walking? What happened to Brandon Swanson when he was walking? Okay. Okay, so they're showing him out in the field. Sorry, I had to pick up the energy. So they're showing him out in the field. They're showing him get upset. And I know there's a woman showing, but we're going to look at it as Brandon, because I don't know why he comes up as a woman. I'm not going to look into his sexuality or sexual preferences or anything like that, but he has a lot of feminine energy here. So, they're showing him walking through all of that grass and stuff like that, him getting, frustrated. He starts to get upset, like really, really mad. He gets really, really pissed off. And so I see him in the energy of just being angry. That is causing a spirit thought reaction with him. So he is getting very angry, and he's starting to create I see these thoughts going in his head, and I see his mind. He's getting flustered, and his mind is kind of erasing and going to all of these things. So that's what I see here. I think he fell into something. This is what they're saying. They're saying that he fell into something and he injured his leg or knee really bad. He fell into something and got knocked out. Okay, he fell into something. He injured himself. There may have been like initial once he fell, he got knocked out. He knocked out. I'm trying to see if he came to. After he fell and knocked out, he went to sleep. So he was already tired. He's pissed off, whatever. He has this rage within him. His mind is racing. He's getting flustered, overwhelmed. He falls. He falls into something. Boom, something breaks, like something is sprained, broken, but he's knocked out. He's knocked out from the situation. He's knocked out from the pain. I'm also getting like concussion. He fell really hard. Really hard. It was a bad fall. It looked like it was a drop or something that he just wasn't aware of. It's just like it's like a drop, a sudden drop or something. It's not a cliff, but it's just this, it just goes up and down, but it's just like this drop. And you have to kind of, if you were to see it in the daylight, you kind of have to scale it. And yeah, I'm seeing rocks. I'm seeing all kind of, debris and stuff there. It would not be an easy fall. He would not have any cushion falling. So that's what I'm seeing there. When he gets knocked out, he goes unconscious and he falls asleep. Like actually just stays asleep. I don't see him wake up, all of a sudden waking up. He's just unconscious and then he goes to sleep. So and it's just like, I don't know. It's such a freak accident. It's just like he's asleep, or that's what he's perceiving. This is what's being told to me, that this is the psychic impression that I'm getting, that he falls asleep, or at least he's telling himself that he's asleep. But yeah, tell me more, clarify. He dies. He dies. Like, when he does come to, he's not on this earth plane anymore. When he comes awake, when he opens his eyes, when he comes back to, when he comes to, he's not here. He's not on the earth plane anymore. It's a freak accident. This is a freak accident. It's terrible. It's horrible. It's scary, but it's a freak accident. Yeah, and here I'm getting like this cliff. You see here? That drop off? He fell. He fell. He fell. And once he as he tells himself, like, it's like I fell, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, I'm being judged. It's like I'm being told someone's trying to guide me somewhere to the other side, and it's like, what the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck? I just went to, what is this? He's like, like, what the fuck? I just went to sleep. Like, it's a freak. He had no idea. He didn't even know he passed away. Like, he didn't even know. What the fuck? That it's really like a what the fuck? Like, huh? Motherfucker, what? Like, it's crazy. It's very, very shocking to him. He was not expecting him. He was not expecting that. He was very confused. When this happened, all of a sudden he's being guided over. He sees a guide and he's being guided over, and they're telling him what happened to him and stuff like that. This is what they're showing me. So, it does seem that he is not with us. He's not on this plane anymore. Now, I'm not laughing or anything like that. You have to understand, my understanding of death and dimensions and stuff like that is a little bit different to you guys. You guys may look at it like this person has passed away, or whoever's passed away is such a horrible thing. I don't think like that. So sometimes I have a dark, what people would say, a dark sense of humor, but I'm not at all laughing at the fact that he may not be here. But it's just like, I'm processing, and that's just, I have a weird, so I don't know, that's just me, I don't know, but I don't mean no harm. So it does not look like he is here. It looks like it was a accident, and it was just an accident. He was totally fine, you know, before, and this happened, and boom, you know. So let's kind of just ask, are they ever going to find his body? Will this case ever be solved? Will they ever find Brandon Swanson? Yes. They will. They will discover his bones. They will discover his body. They will. He's like, no one, he had no idea where he was at. He just totally, yeah, and then we're getting him, you're seeing him in this energy. This is his energy. He's a very happy person, very positive. But he knows where his body is at. He's with his body, and or he goes, you know, back and forth. He understands where he's at, and he can lead someone to his body. If like a medium or something would go out there or whatever, he would lead you, a real medium, he will lead you to his body. But he knows where he's buried at, or where he's, you know, where his body is at. And he wants to, he's kind of just waiting. He's like, okay, when are you guys gonna find me? When are you guys gonna, you know, look over here? But yeah, and I believe that police really didn't want to look for him. Like they were saying that they really just fumbled the case. He probably could have been found already, but they just really dropped the ball. We hear that all the time with cases where they believe that the person has the right, they're grown, they have the right to leave, they have the right to run away or whatever. So it's just, they don't even know where to start. But it was a lot of confusion of where he said he was and where he actually was. A lot of people don't believe that he was in the places that he said he was, that he was somewhere else, and that he was actually lost. So, and I believe that too. Let me see, were you lost, Brandon? Were you lost that night? He's showing me that he was just talking to his parents, that he believed that he was going in the right direction. He believed that he was going in the right direction. He really did, but yeah, it looks, yeah, he was lost. He was lost. He believed it, you know. He's just like, I thought I was going in the right direction. So, you know, yeah. But he got even more confused when he got on the phone with his parents. When he got on the phone with his parents, he got even more lost, like even more confused. So that's what I'm seeing. Okay. That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. It is giving a freak accident. It's just very unfortunate. I would say, this is just me. I'm very glad that what I picked up is that no one did anything to him. You know, that he wasn't running away from anybody, that no one ran him off the road, that you know, it's sort of kind of like a natural death. You know, premature, yes, an early death, yes, he was very young, but no one harmed him. You know, it was an accident. No one harmed him. And you know, a lot of us would wish that we hope to leave this earth without being harmed or being tortured or something, you know, that is some sort of natural death. So I would say that let's be thankful that no one put their hands on him, harmed him. That is the end of the reading. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any other suggestions, please comment below. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. And we will see each other next time. Bye.